Hello and welcome to this edition of EMS Now Up Close. I'm Eric with EMS Now, and today it's my pleasure to speak again with Vytautas Ilgūnas. He is the Chief Commercial Officer for TLT PCB. TLT PCB is probably the hottest story in Europe these days. They have done something that I think the rest of the industry really needs to take note of. They've built the first new PCB factory in Europe for the last 20 years. And
25.
oh, really? Okay. 25. We're upping that. Vitotis, welcome. Thank you I saw you at Productronica, but I wanted a chance to follow up and learn more about this. So tell us about the facility and what this means for TLT, but also for Europe.
Uh, You know, Europe talks a lot about control, but real control starts with the basics. And the basic layer of every technology is the PCB.
Hmm. Right. Exactly right. And this gives you the baseline for everything else to follow.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so tell me about the facility too. You know, it's brand new. You just opened it. I know that you just delivered your first PCB, I think this week that came out of that. So maybe describe
Uh-huh.
the size of the factory and what you have going there.
Uh, yeah, this is more than just a factory opening. It proves that Europe can still build advanced manufacturing. For TLT, it is the next step of our journey.
Hmm.
And for Europe, it shows that PCB production can be done here
Yeah.
under Europe control and standards.
Yeah. And that's a big push within Europe, right? I mean, there's a lot of activity, a lot of voices, and a lot of lobbying in Brussels, I know, to do exactly what TLT is doing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and that's good. Now, but listen, before I step forward into more about the PCB, this is also the PCB factory is new, but it's part of the larger high-tech hill that TLT has there. TLT is a much larger corporation with a lot of different businesses. Tell us about the full overview of all that is included there at High-Tech Hill in Vilnius.
hmm hmm Yeah, so Haiti Hill will be a hub where research, manufacturing, and innovations came together. We have PCB production, plastic molding, and EMS.
Right.
Semiconductor and power module facilities are in the final planning stage. All of this create a strong and fully integrated ecosystem.
Mhm. Yeah, and that's exactly what Europe is looking for, right? I mean, and Vilnius is a great location for it, I think. Lithuania has a lot to recommend it as a country and both from the skill of the people and also the geographic location, I think.
Yeah, exactly. We are in the middle of Europe.
Yeah. And good universities and good people, I think, in doing that. And of course, I see things about PCB, the TLT's PCB part all over the place these days. You've done a good job. You were at Productronica promoting it and doing that. Um, Tell me, how has this been? I know that I was there over a year ago and visited, but the building was still under construction then. I wasn't able to attend the opening here in October. But how has it been received in the industry? How is it happening? How is the business developing?
I could say developing is pretty well. And speaking about OEMs, we already see a strong interest because product owners understand that a trusted supply chain must be here in Europe,
Hmm.
not an ocean away.
Yeah.
When it comes to EMS companies, these are moving more slowly. Many talk about reshoring and local sourcing, but decisions take time.
Hmm. Yeah, no, that's understood. Yes. And uh just out of curiosity, what is the capacity that you have there? What type of boards will you be building, and what's the capacity that you have for production there?
So overall, here we have 33,000 square meters capacity, able to produce around 1,000 square meters PCB every day.
Okay.
And we are produce multi-layer HDI SBU boards, and looking ahead, our roadmaps include flex and rigid flex PCBs, expanding possibilities even future.
Oh, that's excellent. And now TLT also has its own product side, but this isn't.
Yeah,
You, while you might be servicing them as a customer as well, you are also selling boards to the open market, so people understand that.
of course. Yeah, of course. I could say approximately 80% of our capacity go to the external customer.
Oh, that's excellent. Okay, I wasn't sure what that would be. Um, and so the pickup has been better with the OEMs and the EMS. I think that kind of makes sense, purchasing being what it is. You mentioned in there the reshoring issue too, and I know that you've stated before that the reshoring wave isn't coming, it's here. What are you seeing in that respect?
Uh, so reshoring is already happening,
Yeah.
but not equal across industries. The strongest interest comes from defense, security, and communications. These companies are visiting our factory, validating our process, and securing capacity for the future already.
Hmm. That's excellent. Yeah, and that's we hear about it a lot in the news. It's been talked about over the years, so it's always good to hear. And before it was just a story. People think, oh, we're getting quoted, but right now there's actually business on the ground behind it that actually substantiates it.
Yeah,
Yeah, good. And you must be one of the most popular people in Europe right now.
we're trying to do that. Thank you.
No, I think so, right? I mean, I see you guys are very active on promoting what you're doing. And do talk about that. I saw that you had your first, if am I correct in that the first PCB that was delivered to a customer was that this week that was produced?
Yeah, actually, yesterday was a big milestone for us. I personally deliver our first order to an external customer. We launched it into SMT together, validated everything, and it works perfectly. So this is really, really nice.
Oh, congratulations. That's excellent. That is excellent. And by external customer, obviously you mean somebody that's not a TLT side of the business, the 20%. This is from the 80%.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh, and Europe. Can I ask without telling names? Is that a European-based company?
yeah. This is Carlo Gavazzi Automation.
Okay. Wow. Well, congratulations on that. I hope it's the what do the Chinese say? A journey of 1,000 miles starts with one step, right? And so this is the first step in a very hopefully long and successful journey for you.
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
Yeah, that's good stuff. So tell me, obviously, you get a lot of attention. First facility, new PCB fab in 25 years in Europe. Uh, when you look out across Europe and the landscape, how do you assess the future of the PCB industry in Europe?
Yeah, we're trying to change that, but it's not easy.
Mm,
The future for PCB manufacturing in Europe is still very challenging.
mm,
We all need to work together. Manufacturers, association, customers, and policymakers. Only then can Europe rebuild a strong and reliable electronic industry.
mm. Yeah, no, well said. I think that you're very right on that. And I think yeah, if I saw the numbers right recently, the PCB industry globally, it's only just under 2% being manufactured in Europe these days, where it used to be obviously, much more sizable.
Yeah,
So hopefully you help push that in the other direction that it's been going here, and and it keeps going. Listen, Vytautas, I'm asking a lot of questions, but let me just ask you, is there anything else about the TLT PCB that you want to tell us about that maybe I didn't ask about that's important for the audience to know?
I just see this. Europe still has amazing engineers, innovators, and energy.
Hmm.
What we need is belief and action. Believe that we can manufacture advanced technology here, protect our IP, and build a strong industrial future for the next generation.
Hmm.
But belief alone is not enough. We must act,
Yeah,
build, and prove it every day.
yeah,
That's exactly what TLT stands for, turning words into action
yeah.
and proving that Europe can build again, right here, with its own hands, technology, and people.
Hmm. That's an excellent message. You're right. I mean, there's been a lot of talk. It's time for action, right? We need to give, uh, and I think you're right. Europe, I think there's a lot of movement and energy in Europe to reclaim the lead and in the industry that they used to have. And I think that energy, will hopefully turn into some concrete actions in the years ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah, very good. Well, Vytautas, let's do this again. I'd love to get more updates next year from you as you move into this. You've delivered your first board now this week. Hopefully, there's many thousands and hundreds of thousands more to come. And
I hope so.
I know. Well, you're chief commercial officer. You have to make it happen. So, uh, no, that's very good. But I appreciate the time today getting the update. I know to help tell the story of what's happening in Europe and specifically within Lithuania. And so thank you for that. Please come back so we can do this again. And as we head into the holidays, I just want to wish you and everyone at TLT and your family a very, very happy holidays.
Thank you, Eric. You too. Happy holidays.
Thank you, sir.